Wellness Warriors, welcome to this training where I'm going to teach you the principles of giving maximum value. Now, this is so important because so many people in the wellness health space think of themselves in terms of being technicians. Now, I'm going to explain what that means exactly in a moment. But really what we need to be doing is thinking of ourselves in terms of being more like coaches, more like people who deliver solutions to problems. And this is a key distinction to make, because if you see yourself as someone who sells ingredients rather than an outcome, you're never going to fulfill your clients' deepest needs and their deepest wants. But if you see yourself as someone who is a person who delivers an outcome, you're going to be able to serve your clients so much better, your reputation is going to be so much better, you're going to make more money and you're going to change more lives. Now let me explain to you how this looks. So a lot of people, when they get into this game, they think of themselves in terms of being very much like a medical professional. Now, I'm not here to slam the medical industry at all, but I will say this, that doctors and people in the medical realm, they focus more on symptoms. They focus on symptoms and fixing symptoms rather than addressing underlying root causes and root problems. And that's fine, that's what their job is. And they're very helpful in that regard. Like when you slash yourself open, you need some surgery, or you need to get a particular kind of medicine for a particular kind of problem, it can be really useful. But as a wellness professional, you're someone who looks at the whole person. You're someone who looks beyond just the immediate symptom, and you go deeper and you look at, okay, what is this person like with their emotions right now? What are their relationships like right now? What is their living situation? What kind of food are they putting into their bodies? What kind of exercise are they doing? What kind of mindfulness practices are they engaged in? Because you're looking at the whole person. Now, when you look at the whole person, you're able to deliver a holistic solution, a holistic outcome, and that's what we're going to cover right here. So, you can either give someone ingredients, okay? An example of this would be when you go to the supermarket and you go and purchase like a lettuce, for example, a whole iceberg lettuce, a head of lettuce. And right there you've purchased an ingredient. And then what happens? You put it in a bag, you buy it, you take it home. And when you get home, what do? You have to wash the lettuce. Hopefully you're washing the lettuce. You have to chop it up, and then you have to combine it with the other ingredients that you want to have it with the rest of your salad. However, when you sell an outcome, you're cutting out this whole process of washing, chopping, and you're really just delivering a finished product. And if you can do that as a wellness professional, if you can get beyond just trying to solve people's little problems, like let's say someone's got just like a little backache and you just give them a massage to help them with that backache, but you don't teach them how to have correct posture when they're sitting in their office chair all day, every day, which is really stuffing up their back long term, then you're not really giving them an outcome. You're not truly solving the underlying problem. You're just giving them one ingredient. You're just giving them one part of the solution. So why is this important? Well, the reason this is important is that, again, as a wellness professional, you want to look at yourself as someone who takes someone from problem to solution, right? And whatever it really takes, you want to try and do that for them. You have to try and do that for them. You have to do that for them, not try and do it for them. You have to get people from problems to solutions in a holistic manner. And in order to do that, you're going to need to cover a whole bunch of different things. You're going to have to solve the problem physically, whether that's prescribing a medicine, some herbs, an eating plan, an exercise regime, and you're also going to have to teach them. You're also going to have to educate, okay? Because education is the foundation of long-term change. You have to inspire them to actually want to take this education and apply it and use it. So this is more of your role as a wellness professional. And the more leveraged way that you can do this, the better. So if it is just a matter of doing this one-to-one and face-to-face, then great, and you can create change. But if you look at this from a bigger perspective and you go, all right, well, I can see 30 people a week face to face, or I can see 60 people a week through a course or a program, offline or online, whatever it takes. How many people can you educate and inspire to create the solution? This is a much more leveraged way to look at it. And a lot of people go, all right, well, I'm thinking about becoming more of a coach, or I'm thinking about running this program, but I don't feel qualified. I don't feel qualified because I don't have the letters behind my name, or I haven't done this or that course. But really, none of that matters. Qualification is something that human beings create in order to protect ourselves, and that's well and good. And we want to be able to protect ourselves from people going out there and doing things that they're not qualified for, which is going to bring harm to other people. So we want to protect ourselves from harm. That's why we've got qualifications in place. However, if you can safely get someone from problem to solution through your online course or through a coaching process where you're seeing people face to face and you're literally coaching them through, you might not be qualified as a coach, but you do have the skills and the knowledge and the understanding of how to get them from the problem to the solution. Hey, guess what? That's all that matters. Okay? Giving people that outcome instead of giving people the ingredients is much more powerful. Imagine if you went to a mechanic and you had a wheel misalignment in your car, and what was happening was the tires kept wearing down unevenly, and you're just going through tires in a much shorter period of time than you normally would if your wheels were aligned properly. So what would you do if you went to the mechanic and he said, look, okay, I know I saw you 2 weeks ago to give you a fresh set of tires, or to the tire shop, but look, we're just gonna have to put some new tires on this right now. And you're going scratching your head going, I came here 2 weeks ago, what's the actual problem here? And he just keeps trying to sell you new tires. You'd feel ripped off. And so you as a wellness professional, it is your duty and responsibility to bring an outcome, to bring the solution by whatever means necessary to expand beyond your narrow range of your self-belief where you go, I'm not qualified to do this, or I don't have the skills to do this. Your clients are relying on you for a solution. If they don't get it from you, who are they going to get it from? They're not going to find the solutions to their underlying problems in the medical industry. I'm not slamming again, I'm just saying that's just the way things are. That's just how it is. But as wellness professionals, we need to stand up and go, all right, do I need to develop an online program? Do I need to become more of a coach to my clients rather than just a technician who's just giving ingredients? How can I do that? Am I going to limit myself by saying I'm not qualified and just shrink back from the responsibility? Or am I going to step up and produce something of great value, educate and inspire my clients, and change their lives forever? So that's the way that you need to think in order to be successful and in order to help as many people as possible. I hope you've enjoyed that training.